All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back. It is exam season for me, so that's why it's been a while, but we're back now and gonna get the show on the road for episode 19 of our Winnipeg Jets NHL 24 franchise mode. The last one, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support on it. One of the biggest videos of the channel of my gym modes anyway, so that's very nice to see, and I appreciate all the love you guys showed. There were a lot of comments, so let's just get started. If you missed out on the last one, though, quick recap here. We are currently 26, 13, and 3. So we're having a pretty good year. We're the top of the Central. We're the 5th best team in the league. And these are what our lines look like. I'll just show them to you guys real quick in case you want a little bit of a recap here. So we've got Chaz Lucius, Cole Perfetti, and Brock Besser. Second line of Gabriel Velarde, Mark Scheifele, Nikolai Ehlers. Third line of Logan O'Connor, Brad Lambert, Logan Hutsko. And then fourth line of Jeff Carter, Philippe Danault, and Adam Beckman. And you may be wondering, this line doesn't look very good. Like, there's a lot of holes in this lineup kind of a thing, and I would agree with you, but we do have a Kyle Connor who is injured right now, and so that's kind of why the forward line looks a little bit weak. But on defense, we are stacked out here with Josh Morrissey and Zach Werenski, Jonas Brodin, and Roman Josi. A lot of left-handed defensemen for sure, as was pointed out in the comments, but I definitely think that these guys can get it done for us defensively. But that being said, the whole point of this series is to take your guys' thoughts and suggestions into consideration. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to start it off with Alexander, who says, "What a nice early surprise. Thank you for the episode." No problem, Alexander. I gave it to you guys on Easter Sunday there, I believe. So a little Easter treat, if you will, if you celebrate. He says, "Number one, the Josi trade was okay value-wise. However, our GM went right back to his favorite things, the old and left-handed defenseman. Well, he was kind of the only guy that fit the bill, and he is also playing quite well for us, but he's definitely old for sure. He's a 1 or 2 year solution for the top 4, so overall, both the value traded and received were fine." Agreed. I think he's been good for us so far. He was never supposed to be a long-term solution, in my opinion. Number 2, though Wilson would be awesome, Texier seems like a perfect fit age and salary and role-wise, not at the expense of Velarde or any current roster players, though. Additions only to chase the cup. All right, so he wants us to basically send a first, a second, maybe a prospect, Kniazev for $2 million, and then retain Texier at 2.5, and try to try to make that balance happen somehow. So that is a-okay with me. And then he also says, number 3, don't hesitate to use Melvin Barker and Matt Zadal to shake things up in the playoffs if need be. They are the future, and they can maybe inject some youth into this older roster. Thank you again for the awesome series. No problem, Alexander. And I appreciate your thoughts and comments as always, my friend. Then in his next comment, he gives a little bit of line suggestions down here. So the first line could look like Kyle Connor, Cole Perfetti, and then Texier, who we will possibly get in the trade, and then Nikolai Ehlers, Scheifele, and Besser, who have been tearing it up together, and then Velarde, Lambert, and Lucius, and then O'Connor, Danault, and Carter. So I like that lineup. It looks pretty good. Then we have Morrissey, Werenski, Josi, Brodin, Hanula, and Kuzmin, or maybe Mats Dahl. So that looks like a good roster to me. But moving on, let's go to Fresh's comment here. And now we have a little bit of contradiction, I would say. So we go, this is what Fresh says. Either this team is just going through the motions into the playoffs, or the team just sucks. I mean, we are first in our division. We're the 5th best team in the league, but we haven't had that continued historic success in the playoffs for sure. Kind of been feeling what Winnipeg Jet fans have been feeling forever. It feels like we have a good team in the regular season, but then we get to that playoffs and we just can't quite get over the hump. So I definitely understand what Fresh is saying. He then says, that being said, I really feel like Brodin and Werenski need to go for a right-handed defenseman. The first line needs an upgrade. I'm not sure if he's talking about the first line forwards or the first line defenseman. I would assume the first line forwards, since we have two like a 90 and an 88 on our defense with a +5. But he wants one of Brodin or Werenski to go. So that's definitely something that we are going to be looking at maybe in this video, maybe in the next one, but I'll leave that to you guys. And then he also says the third D pairing also needs we need a new pair back there. Then here's where the contradiction comes. He says, "I would say no to a two-way forward. The trade blocks were bad. I almost say no deals. Until seeing what happens in the playoffs, and if it's not good, I'd blow up this team and go young and change this cycle of sticking with the team and adding older players." So we kind of get into a little bit of a zone here where we're in a cup or bust mood. And I kind of agree with it, to be honest. Fresh then says in the comments down below, if this team doesn't win this year, it's unfortunately time to blow it up. And then Alexander chimes in on it as well. We should blow it up and retool/rebuild. Gone is the old guard of Scheifele, Morrissey, Connor, Ehlers, Besser, Hellebuck, and Brodin. Let's put some pressure on everybody to win, including myself, who has failed to deliver a Stanley Cup to these guys. So that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, again, I have one comment saying go for the two-way forward. I have one comment saying don't go for the two-way forward. So I think puts me in a tough situation where I can only agree with one of you guys, but maybe if this is cup or bust, my personal opinion, if we're going cup or bust this year, is you got to throw it all on the ice. You got to put the best possible team you can make onto the ice. So I think we're gonna make that trade. But first, let's do a little bit of simulation. Maybe the trade blocks will change, and I'll see a big power forward come up that we can use when we get closer to the trade deadline. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start in this episode up against the Ottawa Senators. I have to do my scouting and stuff like that, but then we will start up this game. Okay, scouting is done. And now let's jump into some games here. We're going to start it off with the Ottawa Senators. Remember, Kyle Connor is not in the lineup, so it might be a little bit rough going here at the start, but let's just get right into this. I'm getting back into the commentary. Haven't done this in a while, so let's see what we can do. First period, that's 2-1 lead for those Senators. Brendan Gallagher as a Senator. I guess he stayed in the color red, so he's gonna get 2 for his club in the span of 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I love to see it. Mark Scheifele gets 1 for us as well, so we're only down by 1. Second period now remains 2-1. A low scoring affair here. All right. Fair enough, I suppose. This third period is now underway, and we will see if we can get back into this one, but without the firepower of Kyle Connor, that might prove a little bit difficult, but we have a power play. Hang on, we have the opportunity that goes nowhere, and then Ilya Lyubushkin. So we get scored on by Brendan Gallagher and Ilya Lyubushkin when we play the Ottawa Senators. That is not fun. We do not want to see that at all. 3 stars of the night are Korpisalo, Gallagher, and Lyubushkin. Makes pretty good sense to me. All right. We will go now into the calendar and do a little bit of simulation, although I do see that we play Columbus up next, so maybe we want to go in and scout Alex Texier in person. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? And let's see if we can get some wins here. There's a win, so that's nice. And I do want to keep my eyes on Columbus because it seems like where the Blue Jackets, actually no, they're last in their division. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was gonna say they're close to like 500. Maybe they're making a push for the playoff spot, but last in their division, that's gonna be really hard to climb your way out of. So speaking of, the Metro Division in real life is getting crazy. At the time of recording this, I mean, Pittsburgh's like 1 point away from the wild card, or maybe 2 points away now, or something like that. But it's crazy what's going on in the Metro this year. If you're not following that, you should look at it, because every single game is massive. The Islanders just beat the Rangers, which was a big game for them. I mean, it's crazy stuff going on in the Metro. There's Ehlers ties us up at 1. End of the first period now. Remains 1-1. Kent Johnson. In the real world, I don't think he's been lighting the world on fire or anything like that, so I'd like to see him pick it up a little bit in the real world. That'd be kind of cool. Second period now, especially after what he did for Team Canada in the World Juniors, which was electric. Third period is underway here. I'm just bouncing back and forth between things, huh? I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I think the commentary is a little sporadic, so why don't we try to focus in on this game here. 10 minutes to go in the third period. Currently 1-1. Alex Texier is out there playing great defense for these Columbus Blue Jackets. And let's see, are we going to go? If we go to overtime, I'm going to jump in and let's go see Alex Texier live. Here we are in Nationwide Arena, the Winnipeg Jets up against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I keep forgetting to change the camera angle. I had it changed, but then I was doing something else and I changed it back. Anyways, one-timer, that's it, goal. Instantly, boom, Josh Morrissey puts it in. I can't even get into the rhythm of commentary before Josh Morrissey slaps that one clear past the Columbus Blue Jackets goalie. Also, that was Jet Greaves also came from Columbus as well. So nice to see him get the victory over his old team. And that's going to be 2 points coming into Winnipeg's pocket, coming into our back pocket there. 35 shots for us. Their goalie played outstanding. And our goalie did as well, making 28 saves on the night. Josh Morrissey gets the game winner for us. So that's a good game for the Winnipeg Jets here. Let's keep it going. See if there's any important games or anything really. I mean, obviously we can go and see Chicago and watch them beat us 6-0 again if we want. Or we can kind of stay away from them. Let's look at... Ooh, Carolina's a really good team. We'll simulate about a month. No, I don't want to simulate a month though. That's kind of far. Let's go to the... I don't know. Let's just simulate like 2 weeks or so. Let's just get it done. Here's Pittsburgh. Roman Josi has been injured until the end of the season, it looks like. Until April 1st, Roman Josi is out. That is absolutely... See, here's a great thing. Or not a great thing about this game, because there's not very much that's great about this game. But if... Oh, this would be perfect, man. Okay. Just hear me out, boys. We're just going to do this as the lines for now. Actually, I could do this, have a +2 up there. But then a -3 on defense is crazy. Actually, no, it wouldn't be -2 because they only get -1. Anyways, I'm just rambling. Okay, let me control my thoughts. If the LTIR was a thing, we could have Roman Josi out on LTIR, which frees up how much money? Like $8.1 million, $8.135 million. We could then bring in Alexander Texier and have $3 million left over. Not like us going out and getting more people, but since we know Roman Josi isn't coming back until April 1st, hang on, I want to do this now. Let's just stop the sim. Kyle Connor's fully healed as well, so let me just continue. I just want to finish this point. So Roman Josi's out, right? That means we have $8 million free. The regular season ends in April. Okay, so we would get him back around April 1st or so. So that means we could trade for Texier, right? Until April 1st, we could have him on the roster and have him playing full time with $3 million left over. So we trade Texier for like Kniazev and maybe somebody else to make the money work. And then when he comes back, we would still be under the cap because Texier would be 50% retained, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, the thing is, like, we could actually trade for Alexander Texier. If the LTIR system actually worked, we could trade for his full contract until April 1st and then, like, move some guys down or whatever, or what have you, you know? But that's just something that I wish they would kind of implement. It would be tough to do, probably, logistically, but, you know, it's just something that happens, you know, in the real world. We see guys like, Thomas Hertl just coming back to the Vegas lineup or whatever, you know, also Mark Stone and stuff like that who got injured. I mean, this guy has like a lacerated, I don't remember what it was, but he's got some sort of laceration in his, who was the guy who was out? Jeff Carter was out, huh? And some guys are saying, oh, well, he's just out so that they can be over the salary cap later on in the playoffs. It's like, I don't think he wants to get lacerated for that, you know? Either way, I'm just rambling, bro. I need to really dial in this commentary. Let's get Logan Hutsko out of here. It doesn't look like he's really doing anything for these guys down here. Then we can get that +2 back. Actually, was the lines like this? I think the lines were like this, right? With Velarde, Perfetti, and Kyle Connor on the first line. Or maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, I think maybe I am tripping, actually. This first line was kind of garbage, huh? Okay, let's put Gabriel Velarde up there instead. Let's make sure that Kyle Connor is on our top lines, and he's not. So, who are we getting out of here? Philippe Danault will come out, and we will get Kyle Connor to be the finisher on the power play. Let me just do that real quick. All right, so the lines will look as the following for now. Connor, Perfetti, Velarde, Besser, Scheifele, Ehlers, Logan O'Connor, Brad Lambert, Chaz Lucius, and then Jeff Carter, Philippe Danault, Adam Beckman. On defense, we have Morrissey, Werenski, Brodin, Hinola, Kuzmin, Kniazev. Kniazev's left-handed. Yes, okay. So we have 6 left-handed defensemen, but That's nothing new for me, you know. You guys know I love my left-handed defenseman. I do want to try to get some righties in here though at the trade deadline. I'll definitely do that. But I just want to see how this team plays a little bit more here. We haven't simulated too many games so far. I wanna try to get a couple of weeks in here. Let's go until the 13th and see what's up. That's a 3-2 loss, followed by a 3-2 loss, followed by a 4-3 win. Okay, so we're getting points at least, but not very many wins. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit concerning. Now we are only 1 point ahead of the Wild. We're only 2 points ahead of the Avalanche, and we're only 3 points ahead of the Wild Card Blues, and only 5 points ahead of the Wild Card Stars. So it's a tough division, and losing that game against the Stars hurts for sure. Okay, I'm gonna change lines a little bit. Brock Besser's gonna go up to this first line. I can't get this first line going though. I don't really know why. Maybe maybe I have to try to split them up a little bit. Let's go Mark Scheifele on the first line, get a +5 going. Let's just try that. Yeah, let's try with that. And then what's Logan O'Connor? He's -5, -8, -9. Yikes. 1-1-3 for this bottom pair. Phil Deno with 26 penalty minutes, only playing 10 minutes of time on ice. That's crazy. Logan Hutsko was -5. That's not great. Let's try, maybe let's go Logan O'Connor down to the fourth line and put Adam Beckman up. Yeah, let's do this instead. Okay, so Logan O'Connor will be on the fourth line, Adam Beckman up to the first line. I just want to try to remember their plus minuses here. Logan O'Connor was a -5. Adam Beckman was a 1. Mark Scheifele was +14. And Cole Perfetti was -10. So I'll try to see if I can remember those. I probably won't be able to, but it is what it is. Zach Werenski -9. That's wild. Ville Heinola -9. Yikes, man. Dmitry Kuzmin is +2, I guess. Did we give Dmitry Kuzmin more time? Kuzmin plays second line time. He's +2. Werenski's -9. Okay, why don't we try something like this maybe? We go Brodin and Morrissey. We get Morrissey playing with a more defensive player. Werenski playing with Kuzmin. Teach the young kid. Werenski, who's now 30. Okay, let's do this instead, and let's see how this works out. I have to try to do something out there. We can't be losing like 5 games in a row, and I don't make any changes. So let's see if this can help us out here. Let's go until this Dallas game. This is a big game against Dallas here. The LA Kings have fired their head coach. Okay. Again, Gabriel Velarde has been injured until February 26th. Great. Fantastic. I'm getting all the injuries right now, huh? I'm getting all these dang injuries. Okay, let's put Chaz Lucius up there. What did you guys do in the first game? You were +1. You were 0. Okay. And I'm going to put Jeff Carter up there, you know? Yeah, I'm going to put Jeff Carter up there. And then this will be filled in by Logan Hutsko. Okay. That looks good to me. Defense, Dmitry Kuzmin, you were a -1. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's see how the game went against Ottawa. It was a 3-2 shootout loss. What the heck is going on here, man? What is going on? A fourth and a prospect for a third is not a horrible deal, actually. There's a 5-3 win. Okay. We really need to get back on this horse here and get winning games. This is a big game up against Dallas. Should we go in? Let's go in and watch. This is a huge game. Let's see if these boys can conjure up some wins for me here. First period, 1-1. Okay, Joe Pavelski scores, but then Logan O'Connor on that fourth line, he's going to get one for us. Second period now remains 1-1. Okay, it's a really tight game. You would expect this from two seemingly playoff teams, two teams that want to make the playoffs. Is a divisional game, so obviously there's always a little bit of that rivalry in there. Halfway through the third period now, it's a big penalty. Oh my god, it's super long when it's about a 5-minute penalty there. And we end up killing that off. And now, oh my gosh, we're going to overtime. Do I jump in once again? The last one was pretty short, so why not? Let's jump in. Here we are, American Airlines Center. I've got us on true broadcast right now. Ended up switching it up, so let's see if you guys like this one. Here's Cole Perfetti in on a breakaway backhand. Saved by Ottinger. Morrissey, he's going to get smashed by Jason Robertson, and now here he comes on a breakaway. We're just going to leave him alone forever, and Jason Robertson ends up beating Hellebuck on that suspended one-on-one. I mean, we didn't even back check or anything. That was a wild, wild goal. And the Dallas Stars come away with the 2 points. We do end up getting one, but I'd like to see a little bit more effort from the boys in that one. So after that horrible play from Josh Morrissey, we're back here at the menu. And I'm not liking how these past couple of games have gone. We are on a 1, 2, 3... We're like we're 1-2-2 in our last 6 games, or 5 games. Sorry, 1-2-2 in our last 5. That's unacceptable. We have to beat these two teams. Come on, Arizona and Chicago. Are you joking me? These should be easy games here. And of course, as soon as I say that, Kai Koppinen's fully back. Yeah, I got to get him in the lineup. He is a low top 4 player for us. So let's see. Where does he fit in? Kai Koppinen. Oh, he was already in the lineup. He was just, how is he doing? He's a 0. He's got 9 points. His partner's got 12 points. He's a +1. All right. These guys kind of doing their thing down there. Tyrell Bauer, medium 7th defenseman. Okay, cool. Let's go back up. I'm going to have to stop the sim. Yeah, there it is, of course. Yay, never fixes their game. That's a 6-3 win over the Arizona Coyotes. Let's get a little bit of confidence going here, boys. See what we can do. And there's a 3-2 win. That is perfect. Okay. Now it's the age-old question. After winning 2 straight, do I switch the lines or do I keep them? And my philosophy is, if we're hot, we always keep it going until we lose a game. So we're gonna play past this Carolina game, see if we can get another victory. It's a 4-3 overtime loss. We have points in our last, like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have points in our last six straight games with points. That's nice. Let me throw, what's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember his name, bro. Gabriel Velarde. Let me throw Velarde back in here. Hutsko -5, Logan O'Connor -4, yikes. 3 for Jeff Carter, -8, 1 for Adam Beckman. I think they did okay, actually. Chaz Lucius has a -8, that's improved, I'm pretty sure. I think Cole Perfetti is also improved at -12, I think it was -14 before. Here is Mark Scheifele down to an 84 overall, so if we're going to do it, this is the year to do it. -8 for Brock Besser, 0 for Kyle Connor, he was a minus, so this first line is doing their thing. Man. Oh my goodness, this is the year to do it, boys. Mark Scheifele down to 84, that's not good, and he's still got how many more years? Like 5 more years? 4 more years left on his deal. And I know you guys are going to tell me to trade him, get him out of here. He's geriatric, he's 34, he's 84 overall, he's hurting us, he's not good enough. But you guys remember, at the start of this video, or at the start of this series, you will remember that I said the point of this series is to A, try to get these guys a cup, and B, we need to, I'm just going to put Velarde in here for Logan Hutsko. And the next part of the series is the part of challenge of the series is we have to keep Mark Scheifele and Connor Hellebuyck on their long-term extensions, at least at the bare minimum until their last year of their contract. So Mark Scheifele is here for the next 3 years. I know it's tough. It's tough to look at. 84 overall, making $8.5 million. The same thing's going to happen with Connor Hellebuyck. He's 86 right now, but his stats aren't fantastic. Jack Reeves has really good stats so far. But the thing is, Hellebuyck will always, always, always be here, at least for the next 3 years. Same deal as Mark Scheifele. That's just how it is. And I know we're going to want to trade him, but that's the way it goes when we sign long-term, no-movement deals in real life. I got to try to keep it as realistic as possible. And so that is one of the things of the realism that we're going for. As long as we are a good team, Mark Scheifele will be here. He would not waive his no-movement clause, just because we want to trade him for ease of convenience. That wouldn't happen. So either way, we got a few more games here until the trade deadline. And I'll jump into the trade deadline this year. I usually don't do it, but I got a comment. I think Alex said he would have liked to see who was on the block in the trade deadline, so I'll definitely jump in and see what it's looking like. I think I'm going to make that Texier trade before the deadline, though, just because I don't want to be rushed. I want to be able to figure it out. Okay, that's 3 losses in a row now, as soon as we put Velarde back into the lineup. So why don't we... I know there's a lot of micromanaging, a lot of line additions, things like that. But losing, it's like we lose 3 straight, then we win 4 straight. It's pretty strange team here. Let's go back with Chaz Lucius on that second line. I think he's been doing a little bit better. And then Gabriel Velarde, I don't know, and see how these guys roll with this one. So last game before the deadline. Let's try to make it a good one. How are the Blue Jackets? Are still last in their division. Yeah, okay, so we can probably make that trade for Texier. But either way, last game before the trade deadline here. Game number 60 on the year for us. Let's try to beat these Capitals. The Capitals who are fighting desperately for their lives for a playoff spot right now. I don't know how because it seems like they should lose every game 10-0, but their goalies are keeping them in it. Here we go. First period, 0-0. Shots 13-12 in our favor, but the score is tied at 0. Second period now, 1-0 for the Washington Capitals as Hendrix Lapierre scores from the corner. Love to see it, man. We can't get goaltending to save our life. There's Filip Dano who scores on Alex Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic, playing for Pittsburgh in the real world, is now playing for the Capitals in this one. A game tied at 1s, but there is... I don't know how to say that name. And then Hendrik Lapierre scores his second on Connor Hellebuck once again from the corner. Philippe Dano with his second, though, on the power play. And now we are only down by 1 with 2 minutes remaining. Can we come back and crawl into this one? 15 seconds? No, we cannot. And we lose to the Washington Capitals to lose our 4th straight game. What the heck is going on with this team, man? Oh, what is happening? We no longer have the divisional spot either. Or we have a divisional spot. We're no longer leading our division right now. We're 32, 19, and 9. I don't understand. I don't get why we're not a good team. I mean, we're an okay team, but I don't get... We should be much better than this. Okay, let me go make some trades. All right, boys. This is the trade I'm going to make here. It's pretty much exactly what Alex said. We're going to give Kniazev away. He's making $2 million. He's playing on our third line. And we're going to trade also Alex Beckman. Adam Beckman? Adam Beckman. Why do I keep saying Alex, man? Adam Beckman. We got him in free agency this year, but he's making $1.9 million for the next 2 years. And he only has 8 points in 60 games played. He's at -1. Granted, he's only playing 4th line time, but I also think that I also had to work for the salary-wise. We couldn't. I think just with Kniazev, it doesn't work. Let me just see. Even if they retain all of his salary, does it work, actually? No, see, it still doesn't work. So we need more salary to go their way, and that just happens to be Beckman is just that extra salary. If I go in here and sort by salary, we see, obviously none of these guys are leaving right now. Morrissey, guys like this. Jonas Brodin could be a guy, but I don't want to trade him for Alex Texier, right? That doesn't really... That's just a very lateral move, and if we want to try to win the cup this year, we're going to need all the defensemen that we can get on this team. It could have been Logan O'Connor as well, but he's making a little bit less. They're the same overall. He's slightly older, of course, but... I don't know. They're pretty similar players. I choose Adam Beckman because it gives us more cap flexibility here. Let's see what they say to this. Can we get a pick back, maybe? Can we get a pick back, maybe a prospect back? Do you guys have any rookie skaters you want to give to me? Denton Matejchuk, obviously not too much. It can't be too much trade value, but something small, maybe like a medium top 970 overall 18-year-old. That would be nice. Sloan. And then maybe a 7th. This is probably too much, huh? But we'll see if we can get it done. A 7th this year. I'd give our 7th back. Yeah, sure. Why not? And let's see what they say to this. So Beckman, a 1st, and Kniazev. Kniazev has been here for a very long time, I think. A couple of years here. Yeah, 3 full years with us. Not a big point guy, but he's been plus player all the way. He's a minus player this year, but... I don't know, he's been playing with Ville Heinola for 3 years, so tough to see him go. Heinola's not going to be too happy with us, but let's see, what do you say to this? You're going to reject it, aren't you? Yeah, okay, nowhere close. What about just for Sloan? Not division at all. What about straight up? Will you guys do this straight up? And they still reject it. Wow. Okay, I guess they don't. A 1st is not good enough for Texier, so... Is there any rookie skaters we can give them? Nobody crazy. No Barker, Dylan Barker, who we drafted this year. Not Elliot Patrick, not Melvin Barker, who might be playing up in our system next year, hopefully, if he can grow a little bit. How's he doing? Barker has 33 goals, 16 assists. I mean, I don't know why he's not growing. Mats Dahl up to a 79 overall. Maybe we'll sign him and use him a little bit in the regular season if we keep faltering. Svensson is 63 overall at 18 years old. And then there's Thomas Ekman. Yeah, Thomas Ekman Larson, 2-way forward, only 60 overall, and he's 20. And then there's Dowd, 18 overall, 18 years old, 54 overall. So maybe Thomas Ekman Larson, if he pushes it over the edge, that would be good. Anybody else here, though? Not really, huh? Nobody with another value. Maybe Salmonson? Or Salomnson, but he was drafted by us 2nd round 2022 before I got here as GM. Let's go with But they want Salmonson, so he probably has more value actually. Yeah, let's go with Salmonson and see what they say. Now you would have too many players. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's gonna have to be somebody who's not signed. So it will have to be one of these low elite guys. And I think well, who do we think is gonna grow more? The guy who's 20 and 60 overall, or the guy who's 18 and 54 overall? He's 6 overall less. He's 2 years younger. It's tough to say. This guy is 18 and 63, so that's great. Ekman Larson or Dowd, they're both right wingers. Dowd is a two-way forward. Ekman Larson's also a two-way forward. 6th round versus 7th round. I'll just take the younger guy, I think. I'll keep the younger guy. We'll give them Thomas Ekman Larson. And what do you say to this now? Come on. It looks like the value is in our favor. Can I get another pick back? Can I get a 7th back for this year? That'd be nice. A 7th back for this year, and maybe a 7th back next year, because we need picks. We don't really have very many picks. What do you say? 2 7s rejected, woefully insufficient. Wow, okay, just for 1 7th this year? Oh my gosh, value's not where it needs to be at all. What about straight up? Rejected. So it must be the salary. Okay, I'm gonna get them to retain less salary then. It must be the salary. It's the only thing I can think is that it's too much salary for them. What do you guys, how much salary can you retain, or how little salary can I get you to retain? Because this seems somewhat fair to me, at least. Okay, that's too much. Gotta find the sweet spot here. This is what you gotta do if you wanna maximize what we can do. Can I go down 1? Yes, I can. Can I go down 1 more? No. Okay, so the perfect amount is to retain 1.120. The value's in our favor. It says it would go through. What do you say, Columbus? Give us Texier at $3.9 million at an 87 overall for the next 3 years for a first-round pick, a defenseman who can be on your roster for a couple of years, a fourth-line guy, and a low elite prospect. An elite prospect, a first-round pick, and 2 roster players. What do you say? Rejected. Oh my god. What is going on here? What do I have to give them a second as well? Okay, I'm taking out Ekman Larson. I'm going to put a second in there, I guess. But for which year? We don't have many picks anyways. A second, like, in 2030? A second in 2030. What do you say to this? Why don't we go with a third first? Let's go with a third in 2030 first and see what they say to this. All right. Texier for a first, a third, and 2 roster players. What do you say, Columbus? The value is not where it needs to be at all compared to what we are being asked to give up. Okay. All right, what about for a second in 2030? What do you say to this now? Same deal with a second. On the surface, your trade looks good, but we are not so keen in keeping the amount of salary you want us to. We have to say no. So it's the salary. They would say yes to this deal, but they can't because of the salary retention. Fantastic. So what do I have to give them more? And I have to give them Ekman Larson, a first, second, and an elite player. Dude, this seems like a lot. I don't know. All my instincts are telling me not to do this, but you guys asked for it. A low elite player, a second round pick, a first round pick, a defenseman to fill a roster spot, and Beckman. If this doesn't go, this is my last offer, I think. If this doesn't go through, we'll have to look for something else. This is crazy. Columbus, what do you say to this? Oh man, this is wild. Do I really do this? An elite player? Okay, what can I do something else? Can I do like a low top 6, low top 4? Hang on. Okay, we're going to put Koryaluk in there instead. He doesn't have much value. He's a low top 6 forward. He's 65 overall, 22 years old. He's a two-way forward with 80 shot blocking and 85 stick checking. Can't play right now, but he has good, decent base stats. What do you say to this? Rejected. Not comfortable retaining the salary. So it's going to have to be Thomas Ekman Larson, huh? It's going to have to be a Thomas. It could be. What about Justin Sardif? Would he get it done? Or who do they want? Yeah, they want guys that I can't give, man. Let's try with Salmonson. Let's try with... No, they can't take Salmonson because he's under contract, of course. So the skater is matching the block. I can't give them any of these guys. I'm not giving them Hanola. I'm not giving them Barker. Although if I switched Hinola and Kniazev, it might be better. But Hinola's better player for us, and he's only making 600k more. I'm not giving them Barker. I'm not giving them Patrick, and I'm not giving them Baker. So... And I can't give them Salmonson. Okay, so that means we have to go to rookies. We have to go to people who are unsigned. And it has to be somebody with value. It has to be somebody above Koryaluk. So I guess we could try Wilkinson, we could try Dowd, but Dowd is a low elite. Or Ekman Larson. That's basically our options. Ekman Larson, Dowd, Wilkinson. So I guess I'll give them Ekman Larson. It's the only other option here. So Texier for a first, a second, 2 roster players, and a low elite prospect. What do you say, Columbus? And they still reject it. I can't give them more than that. I cannot give them more than that. I absolutely cannot. This is craziness. There's no way I can give them more than a first, a second, and a prospect. I almost want to end the video here and ask you guys what we think about the trade deadline now. I know it would be a short one, but I really want to get your guys' opinions on this. Do we just blow it up? But we're going to make the playoffs, probably either way. So I'm just going to go through the trade blocks here and try to look for something. Like, the thing is, we need a forward, right? And either way we go, like, if I try to just trade away guys like Jonas Brodin and Josh Morrissey, that'd be crazy. But if I try to trade away guys like that, we could go with Michael Bunting here, but he also has similar trade value. If I try to trade guys like that, I'm just going to be ending up with a worse team in the playoffs, right? We're too far into the season now. We already have 30 wins. That means we're not going to be a great team either way. So I need to make a move. I just don't know what it should be. I kind of want to end it here and see what you guys think and then try to make a video soon after. I know I haven't been making many videos, and that's kind of the problem here. Like, I would love to make a video every single day. I'd love to make a video every day, but the thing is, just with school and stuff like that, I mean, I'm studying for exams right now as well, so it's tough. But you know, I'm gonna try, if I do end this video right, like, soon, I'm gonna try to put a video out faster where we finish the season, because this is just crazy. I mean, the trade blocks are barren, man. I don't see anything that I like, really. So I might have to go through just normal players and look through bad teams and see who's a good normal player that might be able to help us. That is not on the block, because this is crazy. There's nothing here. Chandler Stevenson, but he's got a lot of value as well. It'd have to be somebody like Ivan Barbashev. Maybe actually Barbashev could help. Two-way forward, 6'1". It's another two-way forward though, and I know Fresh did not really like the two-way forwards very much. What is he doing for them? He's got 57 points in 64 games playing on their second line. That's actually not bad. 57 and 64. That's pretty good. He's probably on pace for about 60-something points, which is good. 4-star shooting, 3.5-star defense, 4-star skating, 4-star physical. Yeah, he's a good player. What are his career numbers like? He's -1, -18. Yikes. +2 here, -10, 5. So he's kind of all over the place. He's more of a minus player than not. He hits a lot of people, though. 100 hits every year, which is cool. And he takes it away more than he gives it away. Yeah, he takes it away more than he gives it away basically every year. So that's nice. I don't know. Barbashev looks like really the only guy we can go after here. Washington, they still have Tom Wilson on the block, but that's just too big of a contract, and he has high trade value as well. So you know what, boys? This is a short video, I know, and it's not the video you guys deserve after this long away. But this is a really, really important one. This is a super important video. What do we do here? I'm going to go through the regular forwards now, and I'm going to just look at the bad teams. So these guys, they're a borderline team. Okay, Arizona is horrible. So let's see who are some good players here. But remember, they have to be older, and they don't have to be on one-year deals, but I would like it, and their trade value cannot be too crazy, right? So let's sort by overall here. Maybe a guy like Joe Veleno could be somebody we look at. Joe Veleno, Jacob DeBrusk even could be interesting. Jake DeBrusk hasn't played a game. He's a sniper. He hasn't played a game this year. He's 85 overall, and he's making $4 million, and he hasn't played a game yet. So something is going on with Jake DeBrusk. Maybe that's the guy. DeBrusk, sniper, 4-star shooting. What does his stats look like? I'm just going to go through all these guys for you. 40 points, 82 games played last year. The year before that, 11 and 27, 35. And so he's kind of like a 40, 50 point scorer on a really good team. But do we need another sniper on the roster? I don't really think so. I'd like to get a power forward or a two-way forward in there instead. Matias Michelli even. Matias Michelli would be cool. He's an 84 overall, and he also hasn't played. What the heck is going on in Arizona? I think I know why their roster sucks. They're not playing any of their players. Jake Evans, is he playing? Yeah, he's playing. This is crazy. Connor Geeky is barely playing. Wow, they have a lot of medium elite players. I guess that's why, but that is wild. Okay, so Matias Michelli here, playmaker, 88 passing. I mean, this guy should have like 99 passing. This guy can put He can put anything on your tape, dude. So I like, what's Joe Veleno? Is he playing? Yeah, he's playing. Okay, Veleno two-way forward. Yeah, he's fine. I'm more interested in DeBrusque or Michelli for Arizona. So that's that team done. Good team, good team, good team, good team. Bad team, but in our division. So remember, they're in our division. We don't really want to trade with them. We can't get Berkeley Catton. We can't get Reichel. That's too much trade value. We can go for Brock Nelson, but too much salary. Tyler Toffoli, also too much salary. Amat, and then all these guys aren't good enough. So nothing in Chicago. Columbus, we know what they look like now. They also have Goudreau on the block. I didn't actually mention that, but he's also on the block here. So they've got Fantilli, Laine, Goudreau. Marchenko is young enough that they'd probably want to keep him. Although they do want to trade Texier, but he also has too much value anyways, so it doesn't really matter. 84 overall, Dumais. Jordan Dumais? Yeah, Jordan Dumais, low elite player, drafted in the 3rd round. He's a playmaker with 94 passing. But he's young. They probably wouldn't want to trade him away. I wouldn't want to trade him away if I was them. Low elite player, 84 overall. That's great. Right winger as well, playmaker. He can play in our top 6 probably. This could be a guy here, but I don't really think they would want to trade a low elite 23-year-old player when they suck. You know, it doesn't really make sense. Then everybody else not really good enough. So that is Columbus done. Detroit is kind of borderline. We can come back to them. Maybe the Kings are horrible. Who do they want to trade away? Again, all these guys too much trade value pretty much. Then we get to like Tarasenko, but he's only 83 overall. Maybe Wenberg we could make work. Center, but he's old as well. Yeah, I'm not loving Wenberg. Okay, so that's that team. The Kings done. I'm just gonna go through Nashville. Going through every single team. I'm not making any cuts to this one. I'll let you guys hear my rationale as well. So this is too much trade value here. Daniel Sprong could be somebody, but that's a bit much salary-wise. This is look at this. Philip Tomasino here. Medium top 6 player, playmaker, 89 passing, 90 discipline, 88 offensive awareness, decent defensively as well, 4-star defense, 4-star skating. Philip Tomasino could be great, and he can play the center a little bit as well. Tomasino could be a great pickup for us. I like that a lot because they already have like younger guys that can fill his spot. He's not going to grow too much more. He's making 4.7 mil for the next 4 years, which is kind of a lot. But if we get them to retain salary, it'll be easier as well. We probably won't have to give up a 1st-round pick. I like this more than I like Texier. I think he's 6 feet. He can skate. He can hit. He has good senses. He has good puck skills, good defense, and decent shooting. So Tomasino could be good. And he's only playing 13 minutes time on ice per night, so he's probably not very happy playing there. That's interesting for sure. Next up is, let's see who's next. Ottawa. Yeah, let's look at Ottawa. They've got some good young talent here. Josh Norris, way too much money. Is this Connor Brown? Connor Brown back in Ottawa, 85 overall somehow. He hasn't scored he has scored a few goals recently actually. But Connor Brown, two-way forward, 34, a bit old for me, personally. Sonny Milano, only 83 overall, though. Yeah, he's not that good. So let's keep it moving here. Philadelphia now. They've got guys like Sean Couturier, Max Domi, but Max Domi we might be able to get. It's not too much value. It's not crazy trade value, but still would be close. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do it. Bobby Brink could be interesting. Bobby Brink is very interesting, actually. How much is he playing? He's playing 2nd-line time for them. That's a big role. Only 38 points as well. Yeah, Bobby Brink. Okay, maybe not Bobby Brink. But Joel Farabee could be somebody. Farabee is a two-way forward. He has X factors as well. Ooh, but he only has 22 points in 14 games. What the heck? That's crazy. Noah Cates is here. That's decent, but Noah Cates, 85 overall, playing 4th-line time for them is wild. Okay, Farabee is somebody else who I'm somewhat interested in. Over here in San Jose now. San Jose, they've got a pretty young team. Nylander might want to get out of there, but he has crazy trade value, obviously. Zetterlund, wow. Zetterlund could be good. Fabian Zetterlund, 24 points, minus 12, two-way forward. Again, no power forwards on the block, or like even really that I'm finding. There's barely any power forwards in this universe. Casey Middlestat, 30 points, playmaker. Meh, he's all right. Zetterlund I'm more interested in because he has less value and he's a higher overall and he's younger. Okay, that's what the San Jose Sharks look like. Who else is here? There's Vegas here. Vegas, we kind of know what they look like a little bit. We saw their roster here. Eichel we're not going to be able to get. Stone we're probably not going to be able to get. He's also old anyways. Stevenson, 33. Barbashev, I'm kind of interested in Barbashev more than I am in Stevenson, in my opinion. Emil Bemstrom is an 84 overall. Are you kidding me? What is he? Was he a playmaker or is he a sniper? Okay, cool. Good for him. And then everybody else, not really that good. Okay, and then they're good. And then we're back to the start. So that's kind of everybody, boys. And honestly, I wasn't that interested in many people. Over in Arizona, I think I was interested in like Veleno and DeBrusque and even Michelli. So Arizona looked decent. But other than that, I'm not too interested in anybody else, really. But you guys heard what I was thinking about everybody. I'm going to leave it here. I know it's a weird place to leave it. We're 60 games in. Usually every single season I would finish it, but I really want to hear your guys' thoughts. I know I only simulated about 20, less than 20 games or so, and I'm very, very sorry for that. And I know it's been like 10 or 11 days since I uploaded, so I'm also sorry for that, guys. I'm a horrible YouTuber right now. I don't even really consider myself a YouTuber. I mean, I only have like 100 subs, right? Who am I? I'm just a little speck on this platform, and I'm grateful enough that you guys come in and watch. But the whole point of the series is to get your guys' opinion, and I couldn't make the Texier trade work. If you want me to continue that, put another second round pick in, put another third round pick in instead of some of the other guys, let me know, and I will gladly do that. But I appreciate you guys watching, despite this being a video of less game substance anyways. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're doing your exams right now, study, work hard. I hope you guys can do well in them. I wish you all the best of luck. If you are past your school career, then I wish you luck in your job and the rest of your career, and I hope that you all flourish and I don't know, help this society somehow. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, week, month, everybody, and peace out.